Hello and welcome to vlog 2.5. Don't mind all this, I'm just getting ready for open air theatre. Better safe than sorry. Hello, so how have you been? Enjoying your August summertime? Feels a bit weird. This time last year, I was in Edinburgh Fringe. Morning! It's day 9. Where has the time gone? Look, the sun is out. There's a woman. Oh, it's a woman playing a bagpipe, because women can do that too, you know? And I should be there again now. But instead, I'm still here in Cumbria enjoying the fine weather that this British summertime has to offer. Speaking of Edinburgh Fringe, and those guys at the Army at the Fringe have put together an incredible programme of online content from the 10th to the 27th of August. So you might still have a chance to see what's on offer if you check out their website, armyatthefringe.org. I checked out their production of Poster Boy, which is an adaptation of James Wharton's book Out in the Army. Now, this has been written by James Robert Moore and directed by Kate Golledge. Now, I happen to be an old friend of James Wharton's, so I knew all about this book before it was adapted into this play, which was first workshopped by James and Kate 4 years ago. They were hoping to take the production up to Edinburgh this summer, but instead they assembled an online cast and put together a presentation of some of the scenes from the play, with an incredible cast that included Debbie Chazen, Remmie Milner, Idriss Kargbo, Jack McCann, Joey Akubeze and Ben Hunter. And afterwards the cast joined the director and writer, as well as the man himself, James Wharton, to discuss the play. Like I say, because I know James and because I know this story, I found it brilliant to see how James and his team had turned this book into what looks like it will make a brilliant play. And hopefully they will be able to present it next year at Edinburgh Fringe in 2021. I was lucky enough to visit Army in the Fringe last year when Dan Krikler was there in a play called Uniforms Almost, and I managed to interview him afterwards. Here's a little snip from that interview.
It's weird because we're obviously theatre and I'm pretending to be a soldier, but the place is full of genuine cadets and soldiers, and so we're here, they're supporting us and looking after us, and it's great. It's strange because it's not like, it makes you feel like what you're doing is maybe like not propaganda, but it's almost like a recruitment type thing. Right. Whereas it's not. Obviously the play, as you see, is very much a kind of the reality of war for him, which was getting injured and then eventually getting killed, and his opinion, you see his opinion shift from like, yeah, let's go fight, it's going to be great, to the reality, to be like, I don't want to fight anymore, this is horrible.
And you can find a full interview on YouTube. And I've got more news about Dan Krikler coming up later. Now, for anybody who's missing live theatre, don't worry, you can still get a taste of it thanks to the guys at BBC. Over on BBC 4, they screened a filmed recording of the play Albion, which was performed at the Almeida Theatre earlier this year, and is written by Mike Bartlett, the brilliant writer of Earthquakes in London, and most recently the televised series Dr. Foster.
Albion is a play about a woman who buys a house with a garden and wants to restore it to its former glory. It contains maybe one of the best performances we've had at the Almeida in my time. Victoria Hamilton, who went on to win awards for her role as Audrey. Above all, though, Albion is also a play about a divided country. It's not explicitly a play about Brexit, but Brexit does sit under it. The main reason we wanted to bring it back was to look at how the play's meaning had evolved in the crazy years we've had since the referendum. Now I think it is more profound and even more moving.
Now, directed by Rupert Goold, I saw Albion earlier in the year at the Almeida, and it is brilliant. Starring Victoria Hamilton and Daisy Edgar-Jones, who you might recognise from the BBC series Normal People. It is a brilliant play, and they've done a really, really good job filming this production, which translates brilliantly to the small screen. Now, I'm not sure how long they intend to keep it on BBC iPlayer, but I definitely urge you to go and check it out if you get a chance, because it is brilliant. Casting for the last 5 years at the Minack Theatre has been announced to include Emma Kingston and Waylon Jacobs in the roles of Kathy and Jamie. And the production will be directed by Omar F. It's only going to be on from the 15th to the 19th of September, so if you are near Cornwall, definitely go and check out this stunning theatre. Kinky Kabaret was back with a bang, and its host Carl Milani. And they've now got social distance seating around the entire space to make it completely safe for the audience. Booking is advisable, and the show now goes on slightly earlier at 10 p.m. I was gutted not to be able to go down and hang out with the guys, but from what I saw of the videos, it looked like an incredible evening.
Is it true? It's real life, people. What do I do? There's 1,000 feelings that are risked through my head. I wish I'd done more Joe Wicks and not eaten as much bread.
And Freedom Bar will be putting on live music throughout the week, as well as their weekly Kinky Kabaret show. Sleepless the Musical, which opens on the 25th of August, popped up on ITV News earlier this week, where their producer Michael Rose talked about all the safety precautions that the production is taking, including spending nearly £60,000 on daily testing for the entire cast to make sure that they are free of COVID-19. This is a huge expense, which Michael admits doesn't make economic sense, but he feels it is so important to get productions and theatre started again so that audiences can get used to this new normal. The brilliant Choir of Man, who I saw twice at the Edinburgh Fringe last year, before they took the production around the world on tour in America, Australia, Europe, and on Norwegian Cruise Line. They are now back with what they hope will be a new series popping up in pubs around the world. Kicking off in a pub in Covent Garden, Will Hazel was a brilliant host with 5 other Choir of Men who performed live for Facebook. Now, I wasn't really sure how this was going to work because this show relies so heavily on it being performed in front of a live audience. But thanks to Will, who is brilliant and hysterical, it really captured the essence of the show, bringing the songs to life again in this weird environment of social distancing and an online audience. And I really hope that these boys get to do more shows like this because I love the Choir of Man and I really want to see more. Here is a specially written monologue performed by Will for the evening and some of the performances.
The pubs may have reopened, but we still can't touch, laugh too loudly or share a pack of nuts, slap a friend on the back or have a humble hug. And if we can meet up, there's always something in between, empty air or a plastic screen. And the theatres will long stay shut. Some have closed for good already and it'll keep on coming. But songs are so much more than the buildings they're sung in. These are dark days for the arts, but we've got to keep sharing. While the stages gather dust, we've got to keep caring. Fight to keep the industry alive. Fight to help the self-employed survive. Fight for a new deal. And do what we love to, make you feel. Hello and welcome to Choir of Man live from a London pub.
I think you're without any makeup on.
Glad to see you settling in. Choir of Man, obviously we have a bar. Where there's a bar, we need a barman. Perfect timing as ever.
Somebody to love.
Oh, and we should say, of course, that we've been doing our very best today and during the show to keep COVID safe.
To dream the impossible dream.
Back by popular demand. That's what it says here, so it must be true.
One and close the curtains, 'cause all we need is candlelight. Of all the money that e'er I spent it in good company.
And sticking with the Choir of Man, Denis Grindel, who was one of the narrators for the Edinburgh production and went to America and Australia, popped up this week on his Instagram channel with this brilliant cover of Eye of the Tiger.
Rising up back on the street, did my time, took my chances. Went the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a man and his will to survive. So many times it happened too fast. You change your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past. You must fight just to keep them alive. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our rival. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night. And he's watching us all in the eye of the tiger.
Now, over at the Turbine Jetty on the 19th of September, Catfish the Musical, produced by Paul Taylor Mills, has now sold out. Written by Willy Mukendi and Joseph Purdue, this show has already started to build thanks to their cast recording that they released earlier in the year and the online covers that have featured people like Luke Bayer and Alice Fern. Now, casting has not been announced for the production, but they have said there are going to be 19 performers taking part in this special concert version of Catfish the Musical. And if you want a taste of what the show is like, here is a special video that they made with Jacob Fowler singing Love is Love.
You're the one who has made her smile, the one. You've made her eyes come alive. You've taken her stress, put her mind at rest. There's a skip in her step. So if you're the one, thank you and be blessed. Take control of your life. Love is love, don't apologize. You have nothing to hide. I am proud and you are pride. So you're the one, the best she's ever had. Yeah, the one, the reason she's not sad.
Bristol Old Vic have announced that they are bringing back their production of Romantics Anonymous for 4 days between the 22nd and 26th of September for a special live online performance. Directed and written by Emma Rice with the music of Kooman and Dimond. I loved this production when I saw it earlier in the year at Bristol Old Vic, where it starred Marc Antolin and Carley Bawden. It honestly is a gorgeous, gorgeous musical. And if you have chance, definitely tune in between the 22nd and 26th. 15-year-old theatre blogger Robbie Davies is back with his very own channel, Robbie's Backstage Bants, which you can find on Instagram and Twitter. And coming up, he has new interviews with West End stars Ellen Richardson and Hazel Karooma-Brooker. Robbie is a brilliant little kid, so make sure you check out his channel for all the stagey goss.
And you've got the dreaded quiz on how well you know everybody's talking about Jamie.
Oh, God.
Dun, dun,
Dum, dum, dum. Okay.
Right. So your first question, you can take as long as you need with these because they're
Okay.
difficult. The first one is, how many songs are in the cast recording?
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be. It's fine. Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm also going to give a big shout out to Craig Anthony Kelly, the West End star who now runs a podcast called Talking Jack Shit. And it is brilliant. And he has also set up the Instagram page Craig Creates for his graphic design work. So if you ever need a graphic designer, now you know where to find one. And if nothing else, just check out his Instagram page. He's got some cute pictures up there. Just saying. Here is a little snippet from his podcast, Talking Jack Shit.
Jack shit, just a little bit of jack shit. Craig and Tom talk all night long about a lot of jack shit.
Yes, we are live and in your ears for the next 30 minutes talking a whole load of jack shit.
Yeah, we are. Welcome, guys. Welcome to my friend Craig to episode 3.
Thanks, Tom.
And welcome to our lovely bloody listeners.
Oh, the bloody listeners.
Oh,
yes.
the bloody listeners listening in all the way from Mary Poppington.
The beautiful Cassidy Janson popped up earlier this week on This Morning, chatting all about Anne Juliet and doing a medley of Carole King songs. Now, as well as Kinky Kabaret at Freedom, over at the other side of London, Circa have launched their night's Circa Live Lounge. And popping up there this week were Claudia Karaoke and the gorgeous Carl Mann. Will be presenting live music every Thursday from 10 p.m. Over on his Instagram page, the brilliant James Molyneux has released a cover of the song Prayer. It sounds fantastic, and while you're there, check out his pictures. He's stunning.
I don't care what you've said or done. Don't go away. Not now when life has just begun.
So this week, the West End came to Cheshire with a brilliant weekend festival called Songs Under the Stars, which took place at Betley Court Farm. Produced by Sasha Regan for the Union Theatre with Reuben Speed, they assembled an incredible West End cast that included Joel Montague, Joel Harper-Jackson, Bree Smith, and the gorgeous Gemma Sutton. And I managed to pop down to interview all of them and watch the show on Friday night.
Sup, big wellies out.
Welcome to the countryside.
How's it going? I'm here at Betley Farm, where on that stage over this weekend, the gorgeous Gemma Sutton, Bree Smith, Joel Montague and Joel Harper-Jackson will be performing to This Field of People.
So when people arrive,
already been assigned a pitch, so they'll know where they're sitting, and then they'll come along in rows and say their pitch is R8. They'll find the Kooman R8 on, and then they've been assigned a square here that they need to stay in, and then there's 2 meters until the next square, 2 meters until the square. There's a bar at the back, toilet here, stage there.
Corona cuddle, that's what we've got. Yeah, I definitely taught them what not to do. So then they were like, we'll never do that. So we'll do the right thing. Me and Dave Hunter used to play FIFA in my dressing room. Never mind the show, we were more like, we need to get through our FIFA season.
And I don't know if anyone else felt the same, but just the creativity just like disappeared. But I love being up here, I love the countryside, I love the fact that we're going to be, you know, performing on a farm.
Can you imagine?
We just want to bring a bit of joy to people.
Yeah. I feel like I've copied your look.
So I've literally like scheduled into my to-do list. Relax for 2 hours or go on sunbathe or watch Netflix, just mop the stage and then we go back on, it rains, mop it again. Oh yeah, that group chat blew up again.
You were my very first interview.
Oh yeah.
You broke me in.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh.
You look like you're morphing into George Michael, so you might as well.
It's very bright out.
It was so lovely to catch up with everyone, and musical director Edward Court put together a brilliant set of music with something for everyone. Here are some of the highlights.
On the stars! About to start when tomorrow comes. But on your Sunday clothes, there's lots of world out there. Get out your brilliantine and dime cigars. I'm a little lamb who's lost in the wood. I got rhythm, I got music, I got my man who can ask for anything more.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain. I'm gonna do this right, show you I'm not moving. Wherever you go, I will be there to follow. Lead on a solo saxophone.
He will baptize me. He will hold me in his arms.
I am what I am. But with you, I found my place. I see your face, and it's nothing like I've ever known before. Near chitty bar, chitty in a motor car, oh what a happy time we'll spend. Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, our fine old bended friend.
Watch my hand out. I'll be there to run. Can you feel that love tonight?
Always look on the right side of life.
And meanwhile, Tom Dewan will be back at the Union Theatre this week producing the emerging talent version of Roles We'll Never Play. This is a brilliant spin-off of their original show aimed to give a platform to new graduates and talent that hasn't really had a chance to shine yet. And on Thursday, you can join them with tickets for the online event at only £11. Performer Rhys Meister has produced a single with his friend Fionn Williams called We Unite. Rhys was one of the performers who was on a cruise ship at the beginning of lockdown and got stranded on the ship for several months before being allowed to disembark and return home. This must have been a really testing time, and it's brilliant that Rhys has managed to channel this energy into producing this new music. The video is now available on YouTube with the intention to raise awareness for mental health.
As you should know, I'll be here till the very end. I'll be here when you need a friend. I'm here to help you stand, here to hold your hand. And you should know you never have to feel alone, 'cause here with me you have a home. It's time to take a stand when the going gets tough and times feel rough. We'll do what's right and win the fight as we unite.
A Zoom reading of museum pieces by Jamie Christian that should have been produced at the Turbine Theatre in May is now coming online on Thursday the 27th. And producers Scott and Nick are looking for any venues that might be interested in some new writing to get in touch. Grad Start, a brand new 1-week intensive, is coming to the Pineapple Dance Studios. It will include song workshops, discussions and dance masterclasses, and is aimed at any drama school graduates from 2018 to 2021 who are hoping to expand their toolkit and launch their careers. The cost of the week-long course is £250 and will take place between the 21st and the 25th of September. Now, if you are interested in taking part, you need to email thegradstart@gmail.com. Now, finally, Rob Houchin and his family, who produce the West End Does series, are finally bringing their show online. I was wondering what had taken them so long, but they are finally presenting the West End Does The Magic of Animation Unplugged, which can be streamed on the 28th or the 29th of August, with musical director Alex Parker and an incredible lineup, including Carrie Hope Fletcher and the formidable Vanessa Williams, who you might remember Rob performed with just before lockdown in the City of Angels. Some of the performances were filmed at St James's Church in Islington, with the remainder of the performances filmed from people's homes. And tickets are only £10, with £2 from every ticket going to the Theatre Artist Fund. Now, I think this is incredible, considering they have a lineup of 13 brilliant West End performers for £10. Now, be honest, I don't think anybody should be paying more than £10 for any online concert, and I have noticed recently that some producers have started to charge a bit more than this. And so well done to West End Does for putting on this show and keeping it affordable. Squad Goals is a brand new immersive production from Casper Productions. This production has already gone through a series of workshops and development at the Other Palace and Scratch Nights before that, and has now been specifically adapted to be staged in a football stadium. It will get its world premiere at the Dagenham and Redbridge football ground from the 14th of September to the 10th of October, lasting 1 hour 30 minutes with a short interval, and tickets range from £10 to £25. This sounds like a lot of fun, and even if it rains, the audience will be sheltered under the stand. They have also double cast every role in the show to guarantee that even if one of them becomes ill and has to pull out of the show should be able to still go on with the help of 4 swings who will be covering all the parts. And back in July, they launched a crowdfunding page to raise £10,000 to help with the cost of mounting this production, and they've already raised over £7,000. So if you can't make it down to see the show itself, but if you would still like to help this brand new production, you can donate on their website. Have a look at their Twitter page to find out how you can help. The gorgeous Steph Fearon popped up earlier this week to deliver a singogram. I didn't even know these things were a thing. It looked incredible. The recently pregnant Steph, congratulations by the way, is now available to come to your doorstep and perform it in your face if you have any birthday celebrations or anniversaries coming up. Get on board, check out her Instagram if you are interested, and have a look at the video of how they surprised a beautiful couple on their anniversary. The genius Suze Kempner has done it again. If you don't know Suze Kempner, she is a brilliant vocalist and impressionist. Not the painting, like somebody who does impressions. She's brilliant. If you check out her Twitter page, she has posted a brilliant Liza Minnelli does President Trump verbatim piece. No word of a lie, putting together an actual speech delivered by President Trump in the style of Liza Minnelli. It is genius.
But I was a civilian. Nobody cared. I was like you, so nobody cared. Oh, I'm gonna get that mosquito out of here. I don't like. They'll say it's cruelty to animals. I don't like. No, it's true. They were saying the other night, the shark. They were saying, "Ooh, sharks." I said, "Wait a minute, wait. They actually want to remove all the shields in order to save the shark." I said, "Oh, wait a minute, wait. Don't you have it the other way around?" Now that's true. I am not a big fan of sharks either. I don't know. How many votes am I going to lose? Gee, I have people calling me up. "Sir, Decker, we have a fund to save the shark. It's called Save the Sharks." I say, "No, thank you." I have other things I can contribute to. Oh my God, this is ridiculous.
Now, the people behind Fanny and Stella are back with a brand new production of Pippin, with a cast of 6 that is coming to the Garden Theatre from the 8th to the 27th of September. The first 12 shows have already sold out, and they've just added 8 more. Starring Sesame Bob Egbe, Tanisha May Brown, Joanne Clifford, Harry Francis, Dan Krikler and Ryan Anderson. Now this is really encouraging casting. Of the 6 cast, you have established performers as well as a brand new recent grad. Not to mention the cast is completely balanced, 50-50, male to female, and very diverse. This definitely shows Lamco Production leading the way to how productions should start to progress. And meanwhile, the sold-out production of Fanny and Stella have just announced that they will be adding 2 more shows. At the weekend, Tuckshot produced the first ever UK drive-in drag show with Gals Aloud. Now, I wasn't able to get there, but the videos looked incredible, and I love this production. I've seen it a couple of times in London, and it is so great to see the girls back on stage. On Sunday, Lucie Jones and David Hunter were finally reunited. Produced by Lambert and Jackson, this special online concert was streamed on Sunday evening. David and Lucie, who both starred together in Waitress and have both done shows with Lambert Jackson as well, seemed really excited to be reunited for this special one-off show. And in the run-up to the show, they both dared each other to a series of challenges, which were hilarious.
Hey guys, it's happening. I'm in Waitrose. I hate you, David Hunter. Sugar. 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 Butter. Sugar. Butter. Flour. Sugar. Butter. Flour. Sugar. Kind of butter. Flour. Sugar. Kind of butter. Flowers.
Barn presents the music of Gus Gowland have announced their cast, which will include my pal Charlotte Wakefield, as well as a collection of incredible artists, including Jay Perry and Sandra Marvin. I've talked about Gus Gowland before when he appeared in Adam Lenson's Signal event, and his music is stunning. The author of the musical Pieces of String is going to be presenting songs from that show as well as other musicals that he has written, and the whole show will be hosted by the brilliant Jamie Chapman-Dixon, which you'll be able to watch live on the 29th of August. And meanwhile, the Barn Theatre have also released a trailer for The World Goes Round, the production that will be coming to the Barn Theatre on the 24th of August until the 5th of September.
I am Nick Barstow and I'm the musical director of The World Goes Round, which is a Canada and Ebb review. It has all of the songs that people know from stuff like Chicago and Cabaret.
Maybe this time I'll be lucky. Maybe this time he'll stay.
Tunes that you recognise and also loads of the hidden gems that people maybe don't. It's a really, really fabulous piece.
Trouble with a helter-skelter life we lead. It's coffee in a cardboard cup.
And finally, Funny Gals, the show that Vicky Stone and Natasha Barnes took to the Barn Theatre, is now coming back to the Crazy Cocks. In front of a socially distanced audience, the show will also be live streamed on the 2nd of October. So there you go, that's my weekly roundup of news. I hope you are all having a fantastic summer. Please get in touch, let me know what you're watching and what's good. And I will see you next time.